Basics. You know, everyone's always going, if you want to be good at martial arts, basics are the most important thing. It's basics, basics and basics, more basics. But the problem is, if you're just doing mindless repetition of basic technique, you're not really going to get very far. So, what are the basics? The basics are your body, your breathing, and your mind. So your body needs good balance, you need good mobility, and that will give you more power. You need to understand how to balance left and right. So go through your joints, you know, feet, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and then you need to connect upper and lower, because obviously you've got to punch from your feet, you've got to move from your feet. Your power's got to come from your feet. So you need proper timing between your hands and your feet. You also need your body weight to go into the technique. So every time you move, you've got to move from your center so that your body weight moves into both your legs and your arms. Otherwise, your techniques will never carry the power that you need. Breathing. You know, people say, oh, you've got to breathe from your belly. You know, deep breathing is important because deep breathing helps you to control your emotional state, apart from obviously your general health. But it's not belly breathing. You need to breathe from the lower dantian or tanden, depending whatever you might call it. But it's not just your lower belly, it's not your abdomen, it's also your lower back and sides. When you expand that area, you pull the diaphragm down, and that means you can use the bottom parts of the lungs. And then whilst you stretch up, your ribs will separate, and you can use the intercostals play a role in breathing, as do all these muscles that attach to your collarbone. You've got no muscles around the lungs. These are the ones that make you to breathe properly and deeply. So using both the lower part of your body, the lower area, the lower tanden or dantian, but also the muscles that control the chest cavity play an important role. Good deep breathing really does help you to control your emotional state, but it also keeps the power in your body. When you're looking at an opponent, the moment he starts to chest breathe, he's separating upper and lower body, so he won't have the control that he needs, but also you'll see his skin pallor change, his eyes will change as he changes from hunter to victim. So to keep that hunter mindset that you need to fight, you need to keep control of your breathing, and that's what you've got to practice in your basics. So you need connection through the body from hands to feet. You need structural integrity, so that the way that you frame your body when you're doing techniques, it should be that if anyone hits any single part of your body, they will bounce off. So structural integrity, connection, loose joints, because loose joints keep your mobility and connection. And finally, mind. You know, your mind has got to be aware, focused, sensitive, and intense. Awareness is like a bright light, but it can shine everywhere. That's no good. We need awareness, but then we need to be able to focus it into a torch beam. So awareness and focus are the two things that go together. Sensitivity is important, because without sensitivity, you can't sense not only yourself, your own body, your own mind, your own emotions, but those of your opponent as well. And intensity. You know, as a fighter, you need venom. You need intensity, because if you can't create that venomous intensity controlled by the emotional state, which is controlled by the breathing, which is helped by the posture, right? That way you can keep control of what you're doing, and when you hit, you'll have the power, okay?